Hello, my name is Mark Bachman. I'm the Account Services Manager for San Jose Clean Energy, the Community Choice Energy Program serving the City of San Jose. This presentation is for net energy metering customers, primarily those whom have solar on their home, to give them a little bit more background and information on how San Jose Clean Energy will be enrolling them in 2020 through 2021 and then serving them as customers moving forward. Before we get into the details of San Jose Clean Energy's residential net energy metering program, it's worthwhile taking a step back and just looking at what is San Jose Clean Energy. So we are a community choice energy program operated by the City of San Jose. We're a new department within the city government structure, and we're built and founded to create a more sustainable future while helping customers lower and reduce their energy costs. Whenever you have paid your electricity bill, you have been paying for two separate services. One service is generation, which is actually buying the power, and then the other is distribution, which is actually delivering the power to your home and maintaining the grid. Until now, PG&E was the investor-owned utility monopoly providing both of these services. With the launch of San Jose Clean Energy under community choice, local governments like ours actually take over the generation component of the bill. So we're buying the power on behalf of all of the businesses and residents in the city of San Jose. What remains the same is that PG&E is the distribution utility. So they continue to deliver the power and provide billing and customer support services as they always have. But now, as a resident, you have a choice of who sources the power on your behalf. San Jose Clean Energy, like all other California CCAs, offer cleaner power at a lower cost than PG&E, and we'll explain why in just a moment. Again, looking at the bigger picture, it's important to take a moment and understand why providing cleaner power is so important. The effects of climate change are becoming more and more apparent here in the state of California through extreme weather events, drought, wildfires, rising sea levels. Part of San Jose Clean Energy's mission is to be a part of the decarbonization of the electricity sector in the state of California. And through that goal, we will be purchasing energy from cleaner suppliers and also building out new renewable energy generation in the state. In addition to reducing emissions from electricity production, the goal of San Jose Clean Energy is to provide additional benefits to our community here in the city of San Jose. That includes fewer emissions from internal combustion engine vehicles, as well as economic benefits. Directly, we offer a lower rate than PG&E, so all San Jose Clean Energy customers are saving money under San Jose Clean Energy service. At our 1% discount for 2019 and 2020, that equates to about $3 million a year in savings across all customer groups. Additionally, as a part of the city government of San Jose, there's more local control for our customers to have a say in the actions that we do, the power that we procure, the programs that we run, etc. And so moving on to programs and incentives, over time San Jose Clean Energy will be funding new electric vehicle charging infrastructure programs, as well as other programs, again, designed to reduce emissions and lower customers' energy costs. For all of San Jose Clean Energy's customers, we're offering different choices in terms of the energy mix that you can purchase from San Jose Clean Energy. By default, all customers are enrolled in Green Source. For 2020, Green Source will be 86% carbon-free, with 45% coming from renewable generation sources. And this Green Source is always a lower cost than PG&E. And again, this is the default that all customers, whether they have solar on their home or business, or whether they're a standard customer without net energy metering, all customers are automatically enrolled into Green Source. For customers that want even more of their power procured from renewable resources, businesses and residents can also opt up to Total Green. For residential customers, Total Green is a penny more per kilowatt hour, which is about $2.30 more for an average non-solar customer. For solar customers, that extra premium will be applied both when you export electricity to the grid, as well as when you draw electricity from the grid. And this is a new option. Previously, under PG&E service, solar customers were not able to opt up to 100% renewable energy offering. Under San Jose Clean Energy, if you have net energy metering, you can opt up, and all of the power that you source from the grid will also be sourced entirely from renewable resources. So the way that San Jose Clean Energy and all California community choice aggregators or community choice energy programs operate is through an opt-out procedure. By state law, San Jose Clean Energy becomes the default generation services provider for the entire city of San Jose. So when a customer is given notifications, they can choose to remain a bundled service customer with PG&E. Within 60 days of your service starting, you can return to PG&E at any time. And if you opt out after that, there is a waiting period or other procedures that you have to go through. But San Jose Clean Energy, our goal is really to provide a choice. So all customers are defaulted into a cleaner, lower cost, green source power mix, but any customer can choose to remain a PG&E bundled service customer or at a later date, return to PG&E bundled service for whatever reason. Moving on to net energy metering in specific and what makes solar net energy metered customers different from standard customers drawing power from the grid, it's worth, again, taking a step to just reiterate and go over what are the basics of net energy metering. So net energy metering means that because you have a generation system on your home, 99.9% of the time solar, you are sometimes sending power back onto the grid. Whenever your system is producing more power than you need at that moment, you send that excess power back to the grid and your meter spins backwards. So your meter is tracking the net of what you send back and what you consume. When you send power back to the grid, you receive credits for what you send out, and when you draw power in, you receive charges for what you consume. The value of those credits is determined by a couple things, mostly the rate plan that you're on. Whether you're on a standard residential rate, an E1 is a tiered rate, or E6 is a time of use rate, or a special EV rate. That will determine the retail value of credits that you receive when you send electricity back to the grid. So that's the basics of net energy metering. What is different under San Jose Clean Energy Service versus what you've experienced before as a solar customer under bundled PG&E service? And bundled PG&E service, again, just means PG&E was providing the generation service as well as the distribution service. So first of all, what's the same? Primarily, the vast majority of the program remains the same. You will still get the full credit back that you got under PG&E bundled service when you send electricity back to the grid. If you're under NEM 1.0 or 2.0, NEM 2.0 customers get a little bit less back. That remains the same. NEM 1.0 customers get a little bit more because they're not paying non-bypassable charges when they send electricity back to the grid. All of that stays the same. Whether you're on a tiered rate plan or a time of use plan, all of that staying the same, you're getting the same value for when you send electricity back to the grid as you were before. So for true-ups, the true-up will work the same way it primarily has been working under PG&E service. NEM credits do not carry over between true-up periods. So once you reach that annual true-up, then your charges will be applied and any credits you have will be wiped out. Credits do carry month to month, just as they always have, so your production in the summer can carry over and offset charges in the winter when your system's producing a little bit less. PG&E is still responsible for the permission to interconnect and operate. So all of the processing that you went through, that stays the same under San Jose Clean Energy Service. You're still applying for that interconnection. Your solar installers are still going through that process with PG&E. San Jose Clean Energy stays out of that process. PG&E will also continue to send the monthly energy statement and bill. You'll see a separate section broken out for San Jose Clean Energy generation charges and distribution charges, but PG&E is still sending the same statement each month. And then, as I said before, whatever rate you're on or NEM 1.0 or 2.0 status, all of that remains the same. You don't lose, if you're on a really nice E6 rate, you won't lose that by coming over to San Jose Clean Energy Service. And same for NEM 1.0 customers, you're not losing your 1.0 status by being enrolled in San Jose Clean Energy. You still qualify for an E6. San Jose Clean Energy matches that rate on the generation side. And for NEM 1.0 or 2.0, that status remains unaffected, whether you enroll with San Jose Clean Energy or opt out or any combination thereof. So what is different? Probably the biggest difference is that San Jose Clean Energy, rather than truing up customers at the date of their interconnection, and so for customers whose system was turned on in December, their true-up would be every December. For customers who are enrolled in the spring, their true-up would be every spring. Under San Jose Clean Energy Service, all residential net energy metered customers will have a true-up date in April. And what this does is it allows for customers who build up those credits in the summer to use them in the winter. You will still have a true-up for the PG&E components of the bill on your true-up date, which your true-up date with PG&E will be when you are enrolled with San Jose Clean Energy. So when we enroll a net energy metered customer, PG&E trues that customer up, and that date will be your PG&E true-up date. Your San Jose Clean Energy date will be in April. So a little bit of a change there, and that enrollment process is probably the most complex part. That's, again, the biggest change, is that whatever your true-up date traditionally has been, when San Jose Clean Energy enrolls you, PG&E will true you up. That is your new true-up date with PG&E. For San Jose Clean Energy, your true-up date for generation charges will be in April, so after the winter and into the spring when you've had a chance to use up those summer credits. So the second change is that residential customers, if they choose to, can sign up for monthly billing with San Jose Clean Energy, which is not an option previously under PG&E. Additionally, as I mentioned before, residential NEM customers can also sign up for 100% renewable generation service under our Total Green service offering. And number 4, for those customers who are net surplus generators, and so this is not a standard net energy metered customer, this is a customer who's actually exporting more power in total than they're importing more power in total from the grid, San Jose Clean Energy will be offering a 25% higher rate for that net surplus compensation. So as I mentioned on the previous slide, when San Jose Clean Energy enrolls a residential net energy metered customer, PG&E will true up that customer. And it makes sense if you think through why. San Jose Clean Energy will be providing the net energy metering system for the generation component of a customer's bill. PG&E will, from that point on, only be providing net energy metering for the distribution component of the bill. So when San Jose Clean Energy enrolls a customer into our service, PG&E will true that customer up, and any remaining credits are zeroed out, and any remaining charges must be paid. So to minimize any disruption that a customer would experience from that process, San Jose Clean Energy is taking the same approach that most CCAs have taken in terms of enrolling their residential NEM customers, and that's to enroll them in sequential groups based on their pre-existing true-up date. So your current true-up date is based on when your system was first turned on and interconnected into the grid. Based on that information, San Jose Clean Energy will be grouping customers into 4 enrollment periods. The first enrollment period will be in April 2020 for all customers whose pre-existing true-up date was in March, April, or May, and those customers will be enrolled in April 2020. We'll have our second enrollment in July for customers whose true-up dates were in June, July, or August, and then for October, September, October, November, and then January 2021 for December, January, and February. Once a customer is enrolled in that month, remember your new PG&E distribution true-up date will be your month of enrollment into SJCE service, and for all customers, your generation true-up date with us, San Jose Clean Energy, will be in April to give you an opportunity to use up credits in the winter when your system's producing less. Prior to our enrollment of net energy metered customers, San Jose Clean Energy will be sending all residential solar customers the same enrollments that we sent to our standard customers. So 2 notifications before service begins, and then 2 notifications after service begins. We've also sent a special NEM letter to all residential solar customers, giving them more information on the true-up process and the enrollment process. Our team will also be hosting special information meetings. The first ones will be February 25th from 6 to 7 at Bascom Library, and March 16th from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. at Edenvale Library. So hopefully you'll either be able to attend one of our workshops or be able to receive one of our notifications or letter beforehand and take some time to familiarize yourself with our website. One of the things that we also really encourage is that any customer concerned that the enrollment process may disrupt the value that you get from net energy metering to give us a call and reach out to our customer support center. Customers can also opt in early to our service, either on Green Source or Total Green. And again, just as a reminder, for solar customers, that Total Green premium of $0.01 per kilowatt hour also counts in your favor when you're exporting back onto the grid. So a nice little benefit as well. Just as a reminder, because this is an important point and a difference from what you're used to with PG&E net energy metering, after enrollment you will have 2 true-up dates. For San Jose Clean Energy and the generation portion of your bill, the true-up date for all residential solar customers will be in April. The PG&E true-up date for your distribution charges will be based on the month that you were enrolled in SJCE service and PG&E stopped providing the generation net energy metering. So your new PG&E true-up date will be in either April, July, October, or January. This process is going to happen automatically, no action is needed, and we do require that net energy metered customers have at least 10 months of service before they're trued up in April. So you get a full year's worth at least of time before you're trued up. And again, this is not a new approach that San Jose Clean Energy is developing. This has been the process that the vast majority of California CCAs have enrolled their residential NEM customers. Again, even after you're enrolled in San Jose Clean Energy service, PG&E will still be providing the monthly statement the same way that they always have. Delivery and generation were bundled together previously, but now they're going to be shown as a separate line item. So there's no duplicate charges. We have a great bill explainer on our website. And again, if you have any questions or are unsure of how to interpret the new NEM statement that you're receiving, please reach out to our customer support center. On the NEM statement that you receive, you'll see 2 separate sections, one for the distribution, PG&E charges, and one for the generation, San Jose Clean Energy charges. And as a reminder, your bill has always been split into these 2 costs. It's just now that you have a different generation services provider that rather than just being summed up as a total, the information is being shown separately. The San Jose Clean Energy section will also display your current charges, your current NEM balance, and your cumulative kilowatt hour consumption. And one point to make is that SJCE credits cannot be used to offset PG&E charges, non-bypassable charges for NEM 2.0, etc. So that's not anything new, but it's just an important point to make and will help you understand your net energy metering statement. Just as a reminder, unless you choose to opt up to San Jose Clean Energy's 100% renewable Total Green service offering, you'll be automatically enrolled onto our Green Source rate, which by default is set at 1% less than PG&E. And that's inclusive of all additional charges that PG&E applies to customers who exit to a community choice aggregator. We take all of those additional fees into account, so we make sure you're always saving money when you are drawing power from the grid. As a net energy metering customer, you're self-consuming a lot of power and you're getting a lot of value when you send power back to the grid. But when you do draw power from the grid and you're on our Green Source rate, you'll get the same discount that all non-solar customers receive. And as always, PG&E is still responsible for gas service. One question that we get from a lot of customers is, will they still qualify for special rates and programs through PG&E? One of the most important ones is the CARE program, a discounted rate for power, as well as FARA, the Family Electric Rate Assistance Program, and medical baseline. A really important thing to remember is that whatever you qualify for under PG&E service, you will still qualify for under San Jose Clean Energy service. There's no need to reapply for CARE discount. All of your coverage is carried through. So you still receive all of those special rates and discounts, and you will continue to just stay enrolled in those programs, and if and when you do need to re-enroll the same way that you always have. As solar customers, a lot of you might have electric vehicles or battery storage or other distributed energy resources at your home that you might be on a special rate for. Any rate you have under PG&E, San Jose Clean Energy honors and mirrors that rate, providing our same discount for Green Source customers. So anything that you are eligible for as a PG&E only customer, a rebate, or a program, you are still eligible for as a San Jose Clean Energy customer. Thank you all for your time and interest in our residential NEM enrollment and program here at San Jose Clean Energy. For any additional questions, please reach out to info@sanjosecleanenergy.org or call our customer support center. They redirect to staff all the time, so if there is a tricky question or you have an issue regarding the enrollment or any issue of San Jose Clean Energy service in your residential solar system, please let us know. We're looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much.